Good day, everyone. First, as a working member of the CGSB Committee on the Transportation of Dangerous Goods Competencies, I will give you an update. Everyone is working remotely and things are moving slower than normal due to the COVID-19 pandemic. In the coming weeks, we will be moving forward in getting the draft to Transport Canada. If you have any questions, please contact me at Tracey, T-R-A-C-E-Y, Thibeau, Thibeau, at weknowtraining.ca. Transport Canada has released 2 temporary certificates pursuant to subsection 31, 2.1 of the Transportation Dangerous Goods Act. The Minister may, in the interest of the public, issue a temporary certificate authorizing any activity to be carried on in a manner that does not comply with the TDG Act. Following the declaration of a pandemic outbreak of the novel coronavirus by the World Health Organization on March 11th, 2020, and with the adoption of temporary measures put in place by provincial authorities, many registered means of containment facilities have temporarily closed or are limiting traveling for their employees who perform mobile inspections. This certificate number TU 0751 is subject to the following terms and conditions. The dangerous goods are not handled, offered for transport, transported, or imported by rail tank cars. The expired inspection and test markings remain visible and legible, printed on the means of containment, and were valid on February the 29th, 2020. There are no other non-compliances or safety defects with the means of containment. The means of containment is inspected and tested at the first available opportunity once inspection and test facilities resume operations. And the means of containment is not subject to any notice of defective construction, recall, or any notice of defective repair or defective testing as per Section 9 of the TDG Act. For greater certainty, this temporary certificate provides no regulatory relief other than specifically stated herein. Therefore, all other requirements of the TDG Act and the TDG regulations apply. This temporary certificate takes effect on March the 27th, 2020, and remains into effect until the earliest of September the 30th, 2020, or the day it is canceled in writing by the Minister of Transport. The other certificate, TU 0750, the Minister hereby authorized the handling, the offering for transport or transport of dangerous goods in a manner that does not comply with Section 6.5 of the TDG regulations, and the requirement to have recurrent training every 24 months for the air regulations. This temporary certificate is subject to the following terms and conditions. The dangerous goods are being handled, offered for transport, or transported by a person who was in possession of a valid and compliant transportation of dangerous goods training certificate on March the 1st, 2020. The person must have a sound knowledge of all TDG aspects directly related to their duties. So if they can't receive the additional training like handling propane, Class 1 explosives, and Class 7 radioactive, their training certificate is valid until September the 30th, 2020. The person who handles, offers for transport, or transports dangerous goods, or who directly supervises another person engaged in these activities under this temporary certificate must give his or her expired training certificate to an inspector or a peace officer immediately upon request. All efforts should be made to ensure that employees are provided recurrent training through any means possible, such as webinars, online courses, on-the-job training, and employers must ensure to enroll their employees to renew their training certificate at the first available opportunity once employees providing the training or training establishments has resumed their training operations. This temporary certificate does not remove the obligation of a person who handles, offers for transport, or transports dangerous goods to be adequately trained. For greater certainty, this temporary certificate provides no regulatory relief other than specifically stated herein. Therefore, all other requirements of the TDG Act and regulations apply. This temporary certificate takes place on March the 27th, 2020, and remains in effect until the earliest of September the 30th, 2020, or the day it is canceled in writing by the Minister of Transport. At We Know Training, we will be holding a virtual transportation of dangerous goods train the trainer course on the 20th, 21st, and 22nd of April. If you have any questions, please contact me or our customer service at 800-465-3366. Stay safe, and please stay at home when you can. Thank you.